Ladies and gentlemen, the first man to build 21-inch biceps, drug-free.
My friends, you know, I'm looking at this, but I must tell you, you guys don't realize, because you see I make all these videos on barbells and training and sets and reps and way to train. You think that's all I know. But I said before, I look at everything. I love the murder mysteries and the murder trials and things. I'm like consumed by things like that. Forensic science on the murder. I love that stuff. You know, I'm not one of these guys sit around, and if I'm not talking about bodybuilding, I don't know my ass from Chinola. Bodybuilding is part of my life. But now this Oscar Pistorius, the latest murder mystery that intrigues me. It's not a mystery, because the man obviously murdered his girlfriend. Not a mystery. Not to me. If he and his beautiful girlfriend Eva Steenkamp, I think Eva Steenkamp. I'm not exactly. I know Eva's first name. Well, in any case, a lot of you might not even be aware of it or give a shit. But I just want to tell you what's going on here, which fascinates me. Uh, the first thing that fascinates me is not what's going on, it's that he has this, that he is called the Blade Runner. That's the real basis of him being so popular. He is a sensation. He's one, when you look at a man with no legs, below the knee, his legs are gone, and he's winning races with guys with their full faculties with them. And you're fascinated. Way before he murdered his girlfriend, you have to be like, I used to see him running. I said, and most of the motion is almost all hit. Of course, with the legs it helped, but the body and his motions, and this with no legs, prosthetic legs, and they call him the Blade Runner. And he was beating guys, with everything going for him. So he became a sensation, and I always would wonder, why would she be attached to a guy that got stumps? But she's a beautiful gal. And then, I have to laugh at them. I'm saying, how does he do? What does he do in the bed? He sure didn't take them blades in the bed. And with them stumps, I just wondered how, being oh, I said, what am I thinking about that? Well, that's where my mind goes. Any case, the case goes, he gets out of his bed, and if you don't know about the case, thought it was a burglar in his bathroom. He shoots 4 times through the door. Meanwhile, his girlfriend was in the bathroom, and he killed her. Now, he claims, which is ridiculous, that he didn't know, he thought it was a burglar in his bathroom. Meanwhile, the bathroom, he knew she ran that bath. He was so angry that he just went and just started firing in the bathroom. Now, why would you go and get up and get your gun and go to the bathroom? I mean, this is outrageous to me. Go to the bathroom, not even looking to see if your wife's not even aware that you think a burglar's in the place? I mean, his girlfriend in it. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's an insult to your intelligence. And you know what gets me most, my friends? I'm so happy it's not in the United States with all these, the way they think here, because it's an open and shut case. And in South Africa, they abolished the jury system because there were so many cases open and shut that they said not guilty. They said we can't keep having it. We can't get people in here not voting on the evidence, but voting on their feelings or what they feel like, their animosities and so forth and so on. So they just have a judge, one person that makes the decision based on the evidence. And that's why I thought it was so. Here he is. He's pulling. I said to myself when I see him because I follow these things, my friends. A lot of you probably don't even follow it, but I follow. I just wanted to just connect with you with the difference. Now he's in court with a bag for vomiting. He's crying and all that. Oh God! And I said, you're in the wrong place. You put an American shit. That's American stuff. That stuff don't work there. What you see? Here's my take on it. There's no defense for murder. There's only one way. Only defense you have for murder another person is self-defense. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about. I don't want to hear about I mean, it's outrageous. You go to a bathroom, lock. Where's your wife, your girlfriend? Meanwhile, were you in the bathroom shooting in the and don't and if somebody's in your bathroom with the door locked on the inside because she was in there running from him, you would say, "Who's in there?" You wouldn't start shooting 5 times through the door. I mean, to even bring that forward is an insult. And you know what's funny? I said, my God, I'm so glad he's not in the United States. Oh, they'd be all over the place listening and trying to play. And he's pulling all that U.S. stuff, putting it crying. He's got the vomit bag so he can vomit. And I said, cut that. I said, if it was me, if I was a judge, I'd go home. I said, finish your shit so I can convict you. You know, that's bullshit. I mean, usually the cases, and you know, in the United States, they say the jury. I tell you, I have a real problem with America, with juries, period. Juries of your pay. I guess it's supposed to be the right thing, but you're dealing too much with emotions and hang-ups and things when you're dealing with people. Especially you got 12 people. Imagine having a difficulty convicting the likes of Joe J. Simpson. You know what that's called, my friends? Jury nullification. People didn't realize that. You can show a person shooting a person in the head and show it, and the jury can say not guilty. It's up to the jury. That's called jury nullification. And you see some of these cases, and you realize that you're with. Now, I wouldn't have executed Simpson simply because it wasn't open and shut, even though you know it. But he was guilty. He was guilty, and the jury knew it. It's called they disregarded the evidence. See, I'm all for the death penalty when it's open and shut. Otherwise, I just if it's any kind, well, you identified and whatever, it's got to be open and shut for me to agree to death penalty. But I agree 100% with death penalty. You take this Jodi Arias, the case it took months and months. She cut the man's throat and shot him in the head, and she called herself self-defense. From what? And then they bring in a trial all the sex they had. Immaterial. I look at American justice system sometimes and I shake my head. How do you come with these decisions? The Menendez brothers, another case. They shotgunned their mother and father to death while they were watching TV. Do you know something? They came there, one of them came and told the outrageous story. The father's known as a womanizer, yet he claimed he was afraid of his father because his father was molesting him. Do you know something? Some of the jurors bought that, and the first trial was hung jury. I was looking at this stuff. Can you make any justification? There is none. Those guys would have had, they ought to be glad I'm not a judge, because I don't play those games. Their balls have been hung up so long ago they forgot their head. You blast your mother and father to death with shotguns? How could, and they were wealthy people, it's a wealthy family, it wasn't a poor family. And they're all over Europe blaming the mob did it. Till they found out that they did it. And you know, my friends, I almost threw up myself when they said a hung jury. They came up and pulling some of this stuff, this uh, um, um, guy that's pulling now in South Africa. Oscar Pistorius. They pull the same thing. They pull the same. Now he's trying to pull that. I don't think it's not going to work in South Africa because they found that shit. He's pulling the same stuff now. Had people not look at the evidence and watch him crying and throwing up. It's too late for that shit. Now, see me, I would give him life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. I wouldn't say it was planned. No, I don't think it was planned. I think they had an argument. She ran. I think, of course, but this is the evidence. She ran into the bathroom and locked the door. And he's so goddamn angry, he picks up the gun, running and firing in the bathroom. Now, what does he think he's doing? I think that moment he wanted to kill her. But then after he realized what he'd done, it's too late. But I see it and I get so angry, my friends, when I'm watching this guy puking in the bag and all. I said, get the hell out of here with that game. You puke up your ass. I was so mad. I said, you killed the gal because you were angry and there's no justification. You go and shoot through a door and you claim you were scared, you was a burglar. Shoot through a locked bathroom door. I mean, the first thing you say, who's in there? And where was your woman while all this is going on? Before you start doing the shooting. I mean, this guy is giving life without the possibility of parole. I'll eat my hat. But he's convicted. I don't know why he's going through the trouble. He forget he's not in Florida, where all that puking in the bag and crying and all that would work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't never gonna work there. They went through all that. People don't realize in this country there's such a thing as jury nullification. Evidence don't mean nothing, and you see in some of these cases. Doesn't mean anything. The jury can disregard all the evidence, no matter how pertinent it is. And it's called jury nullification. Most of us don't realize that's why we have these crazy decisions and we scratch our head. How the hell did O.J. Simpson get off? It was jury nullification. They didn't want to convict him. That's all it is. They didn't have a video of him doing it. And then that's what they would have had to do to convict the son of a bitch. You know what, Dave? I just enjoyed him because I'm just into the head and the thinking. And at this stage of my life, it keeps me going. But my friends, I haven't gotten you guys. I'm still into bodybuilding. It's just, I got to veer off every now and then and let you know that I'm not a sets and rep man just only. I mean, some of you guys have seen some of my videos know you're going to get stuff that's not how many reps and how many sets. I mean, that is my, hey, I'm way past that. I'm going to tell you the 4-1, my perspective according to Leroy. To be continued.
Wait a minute. Before you click away, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, hell, even dislike if you want to. At least do something before you get out of here.